Hello, welcome to Money Mondays. Today, what is refinancing and why you should consider refinancing? I'm Francesca Sorbis with Great Rate Mortgage, helping to educate, empower, and enable clients to achieve their home ownership or property ownership goals. So please add questions or comments as we go along, and I'm going to dive right in. So refinancing, what is it? Refinancing a loan is when you take a loan that you have and you make some kind of a modification to it and assume a new loan. So things that you might change to your loan are the interest rate, the number of years that you're paying on that loan, or you may even get cash out from your loan in order to pay off debt or make other purchases. So in our market right now, we're at a really great place because home values are appreciating and our interest rates are at about an 18-month low. So it's really the great time to refinance. And to get us to really understand how this works, I want to go through an example of a loan. So if we take a $200,000 home loan, and last year we were at about in the mid-5 range, interest rate 5, 5.2, 5.4. So if we take that $200,000 home loan at a 5% interest rate at a 30-year term, you're going to pay $186,511.57 in interest. If we take the same house, the same home loan at $200,000, and we put it in the place of 4.2 interest rate for 30 years, where we're at about in the 4s this year for interest rates, that equals a total of $152,092.37 in interest. That's a $34,000 savings, right? Think about what you can do with an extra $34,000 in your pocket. So, and not only is refinancing a good option to lower your monthly mortgage payments, but it's also a great option to consolidate debt. So we're going to switch gears here to think about those interest rates that your credit card companies charge you. Credit card companies usually start at 19% and up into the 20s. So many people say, I have equity in my home. I'm going to decide to consolidate my debt and then pay a lower interest rate instead of that high 19 or 20 or 21 interest rate. So think of those monthly savings, right? I just had a client who consolidated a bunch of their credit card debt. They went from $3,000 of minimums in credit cards to only adding about $200 to their mortgage payment. So that really, monthly, that's saving $2,800 for this family. Right? What a better financial place to be in. Another good reason to refinance is to pull out cash to invest, or you can invest in the stock market. Some people choose to invest in retirement funds. What is really great to remember is that when you take out money from your home, it's tax-free. And as we know in Illinois, it's a luxury to have something tax-free. So you can take out that home tax-free and invest it in other ways. Some also choose to use a cash-out refinance to make home improvements. Others might even pull out cash to make large purchases, again, because of that lower interest rate. Instead of assuming a new loan through the car company or, they just want to buy at the lower interest rate. There's also some who no longer want to pay PMI, or what's known as private mortgage insurance, and they refinance to eliminate that portion of their mortgage payment. So you might be thinking, okay, this sounds great, but what's the catch? How much does it cost to refinance? So closing costs are a lot less money for a refinance than they are for purchase. And in addition, we at Great Rate can structure the loan and structure the payment so that you don't have to pay for 2 months after you refinance. We skip 2 months of your monthly payments. So with a lower monthly payment, plus skipping 2 months, think about, again, that's a great deal of monthly savings, and you'll find that refinancing and the closing costs are going to the benefits are going to greatly outweigh what the amount of the closing costs are that you have to pay. What's really nice too with refinancing, you can roll in your closing costs into the loan. so that you don't have to pay anything at closing. You will need to pay for an appraisal before closing because we want to make sure there's value in the home, but you won't have to pay anything out of pocket at closing. Something else that's important to know about with refinancing with us is something called flex term. I've mentioned this in a few other sessions before. So you don't have to extend your loan for another 30 years. A lot of people are hesitant to refinance because they feel, I don't want to do another 30-year loan. Well, you don't have to with us. You know, if you've paid 8 years into your loan and you want to refinance to lower that interest rate, we can do that and then keep it for the remainder of the 22 years that you need to pay. So, or any other number of years that you choose. So you can reduce that monthly payment and still keep the original term from your first loan. Flex term and refinancing can also allow you to lessen the number of years that you pay a loan. So you may refinance to a lesser rate, and then you may do less years so that you keep your mortgage payment about the same as what you're paying currently, because you know that you can afford that, it's in your budget, but you're lessening those number of years. So you are going to, in the long run, pay a lot less interest over time, saving you money that way. And in addition, refinance can be done in the convenience of your home. So if you'd like, a title company can come to your house to do the closing if you choose, or you can choose to close at the title company. So we can see here there's a lot of benefits to refinancing. They can help you achieve a number of financial goals. To really figure out what's going to work for you, you know, you can contact me and we could really put together a personalized plan. So I know this was a lot of information that we went over about refinancing today. So please contact me if you have additional questions, if you want to go through anything else, any more details, and I'll make sure to go through all of that with you. Please like and share my post. I will see you all again next week, Monday at 8 p.m. New topic. If there's any topics you'd like to see, you may add those as well. Thank you again and have a great night.